Full body warm-up, standing sequence 1. We're starting off with your spinal roll. Excellent. So we're starting with your feet hip-width apart. Relax those shoulders, relax those knees. And you'll start from the top of your spine all the way down. So chin to chest, ribs to hips, rolling on down. Big breath in at the bottom and slowly roll on up and rebuild that spine. Big breath in at the top, and then we're rolling all the way down, keeping those arms nice and heavy. Your neck is relaxed. Knees are relaxed. And you're maintaining that rib to hip connection as you roll on down. Pulling the belly button to your spine as you roll on up. Good. So next is your spinal roll into plank. So we'll start by rolling on down, walking those hands out into that full plank position. Legs are straight, arms are straight. And as you roll on up, bend those knees slightly. So if you've ever got relaxed knees as you're rolling down, they stretch out into this plank position. And then they relax as you roll on up. When you make your way into your plank, make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. And you're pushing your hands into the mat as well. Nice. Next time we have our plank. Rolling on down, make your way down to the mat. And you're going to hold this beautiful, nice, strong plank position. Shoulders stay over your wrists. Your ribs are to your hips here. If you feel any pressure in your lower back, you may be sticking your bottom up in the air. So tuck the tailbone under slightly. Keep your legs straight. Press your heels back to the back edge of the mat here. And you're forever breathing. Nice. Good work. And next we have is your downward dog. With your marching heels, it's always nice. You get a nice stretch to the backs of those legs here. Here we go. Lift those hips up. Press your chest down to the ground or to the mat. And then walk those heels down to the mat one at a time. I always like to take my time here to get an extra bit of a stretch behind the backs of those legs. And it feels nice, keeping those arms straight and strong. Keeping that tailbone flared up to the ceiling. Good. And then next up, bring yourself down to your 4-point kneeling position for your cat-cow. Lovely for your spine. Tuck that chin around the spine. And then flexion, look to the ceiling, dipping into that back there. So we're rounding on up like an angry cat. And then here, this is what a happy cat looks like. Keep going, breathing in as you round and breathing out as you flex. Nice work. This one always feels so nice. You can do this one when you wake up in the morning. Spinal rotation. So we'll start with that left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Good. And then you're bending the right elbow, reaching underneath the arm. So always reach as far as you can. That's it. Trying to place that left shoulder onto the mat. And then really open that chest as you reach up to the ceiling. So you're opening, reaching, looking up. And then reaching under, looking down to the side. Beautiful. Your spine will be loving you for this one. Nice twisting rotation. And the same on the other side here. So you've got your spinal rotation, lengthening the right arm to the ceiling, reaching underneath. So forever lengthening and then reaching as you twist that upper body. Nice job. Aiming to get your shoulder, your right shoulder, tapping the mat there. Yeah. Good work. Keep going. 9 seconds to go. And then next up, your child's pose into your chest and shoulder stretch. This is always nice. Separate those knees, bring your bottom down to your heels. Walk those hands forward, so nice straight arms. And you're pressing your chest down towards the mat here. If you want a bit more of a stretch, look up towards your fingertips. Or even lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. So you're going to lift your bottom up even more. Press the chest down even further. And you're still on those fingertips there. Beautiful stretch, opening your chest and shoulders and lengthening your abdominals. Excellent work. sideline combination. Double leg lift. Laying on your left side, please. Here we go. Legs are straight, toes are in front of your hips. Underneath arm is long, hips are square. And let's go lift and lower those straight long legs, squeezing both legs together. Good, you're moving both legs at the same time. Squeeze those inner thighs together as well, please. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Reach those toes away from your hips. Nice. And really pressing that left hip into the mat as you lift both legs up. Press it in. Rib cage is closed. Good. 5 seconds. Nice scissors. So you're separating those legs simultaneously. Lifting both legs up. Keep them straight. You can't cut anything with bent scissors. Here we go. Lift both long legs up. And swish those legs apart. Simultaneously crossing your inner thighs through the center. Drawing your hip bones inwards towards each other. You can't actually move your hip bones, but it's just a thing I like to say. Rib cage is closed. Belly button to your spine. Let's go 10 seconds. Keep those legs long and strong. Good. 3 seconds. Straight leg pulses. So bending the underneath leg up. The top leg is straight. Internally rotated as well. Here we go. And nice straight long leg. Internal rotation. Let's go. Pulsing up and down. So you can make the pulses a little bit bigger or smaller and faster, whatever you prefer. Hips are square. Draw between your hip bones. Lift up underneath that waistline. Good. And the leg is nice and long and strong. Keep it straight. 10 seconds. Nice work. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in for your clams. Bend both knees. Your toes stay connected for this one. Toes are back in line with your bottom. Here we go. And we're opening the top leg up. Let's go. Rotating your knee to the ceiling from the hip. Good. Keep going. Hips are square. The hand that's on the waist, it's a good reminder to make sure that your core is switched on. Good. 10 seconds to go. Squeeze your bum. Lift the knee up. Lift. Good. Clams with your leg extension. So you're adding in that single leg extension at the top of your clam. Let's go. Toes stay connected. Big breath in. And here we go. Opening, extending from the knee, toe to toe, knee to knee. Good. So make sure it's an extension and not a kick. Yes, control it. Lengthen, control, resist to bend the knee to bring your toe to toe connection. And really lengthen the toes away from your hips. 10 seconds to go. Hips are square. Shoulders are square. And you're smiling. One more. Good. Single leg frog extension. So you're staying in that external rotated position. Your heel is lifted in line with your knee for this one. Let's go. Open the leg up. Hips are square still. Your heel is in line with your knee. Let's go. Push the heel away from the body and then drive the knee back in line with your hip. Imagine you have a resistance band wrapped around your foot here. So you're resisting to bend and pull the knee back in. Keep the toes pulled back towards your shin. Good. Double time. Let's go. Pushing out and in, out and in. Picking up the pace. Maintaining that same position. Good. Let's go. We have 5 seconds to go. 3, boom, 2, and 1. Nice. Frog circles, same position. Circling the leg backwards away or forwards, whichever way you choose to begin with. From the hip, okay? It circles from the hip, not the knee. Let's go opening on up. And let's go circling backwards. We'll start backwards for 15 seconds. Away from the midline. Your knee and toes are still pointing up to the ceiling. The knee stays bent. And circling up and back. Nice. Get ready to switch directions. Let's go and change directions. We're going forward. Nice. Circling forward. Still rotate outwards so you're in external rotation with that leg. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring it down. Butt punch. Kneeling sequence. Starting with your kneeling single leg lift. Bending one knee, extending the other. Your fist is on the mat. Reach your toes away from your hips. The top leg is straight. And let's go. Lift and lower. That nice long extended leg. Good. Keep those toes tapping the mat, then lifting straight back up. You're keeping that leg nice and long and strong. Good. 12 seconds to go. Each time you lift the leg, notice your glute engages, the side of your bum there. So squeeze into that. Feel it, love it. One more. Good. Kneeling oblique crunch. So place the foot down onto the mat and you're bringing your body upright. Your elbows are out wide. Your fingertips are to your temples. And get ready to lean to one side. So you're lengthening the top part of your waistline. Let's go. And then crunching, side crunch. Good. Keeping your shoulders and hips square to the front. The further you lean away from the extended leg, the more challenging it is here to crunch on up. Take your time. Work nice and slow. Good. We have 7 seconds to go. Nice work. Hinge with your overhead reach. So bring yourself onto your knees. Your legs are apart. Good. Arms are reaching forward and your body is solid like a plank of wood here. Rib cage is closed. Squeeze your bum and let's go leaning on back. Hinging from the knees there. Look, reach those arms up and over and return. So your quads are engaged. As further back you go, the more you'll work those quads. Be mindful, the further back you go, we want to keep that rib to hip connection here. So if you're leaning back, but you're arching your back or dropping your bottom down, just decrease that range. One more. Hold those arms overhead and return. Kneeling sequence. You have your kneeling single leg lift. So bring yourself onto your knees, extend the top leg. Bring your fist to the mat, fingertips to your temples, and let's go lift and lower that nice straight long leg. You're reaching the toes away from your hips. Good, and each time your toes are lowering down, you're tapping the mat and lifting it straight back up again. Good, squeeze your butt and really lengthen through the back of that leg. 10 seconds. Nice work. One more. Good work. Kneeling oblique crunch. So place the foot down onto the mat. Bring the foot in front of your hip line here. Body is upright. Fingertips to your temples. Elbows out nice and wide. Good. Hips are square. Rib cage is closed. And let's go. Leaning to the outside. And then crunch through the side of the body. So beautiful oblique crunch. The further down you dip, the more challenging it is to lift on up. Good. Big breath in to open and breathing out. Nice work. 10 seconds to go. Good. We have 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hinge. So bring yourself onto your knees, please. You're reaching your arms forward and they're staying there. Your body is solid like a plank of wood. Let's go. Rib cage is closed. Squeeze your bottom. Press your hips forward slightly and let's go hinging on back, engaging through the front of those legs. So the further back you go, the more challenging this one is as well for you. Start with a smaller range and then slowly start to increase that range, going back as far as you can without collapsing through the body or through the hips. Rib cage is closed. Keep reaching those fingertips forward. Relax those shoulders. Good. One more. Let's go. Awesome. Sideline combination. Starting with your double leg lift. So bring yourself onto your right-hand side. Hips are square, legs are straight. Your toes are in front of your hips. The top arm is placed down on the mat. And let's go lift both legs. You have one leg and lower. Good. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Squeeze your legs together as you lift and as you lower. Nice work reaching those toes away from your hips. Good. And maintaining that rib to hip connection even though you're lying on your side. Your hips are square. And notice that your underneath hip, your right hip presses into the mat as you lift those legs. That's good. Hold the legs up. Nice. Scissors. So you're lifting both legs up and they're separating simultaneously. Nice and slow with this one here. You want to keep your hips square and stable. Let's go lift both legs up and separating. Reaching those toes away from your hips. Nice and slow here. I like to think about swishing my inner thighs together as they cross through the center and separate. Good. Notice that your balance here may be thrown off. So you're working against that. You're drawing on that core, keeping your hips square and stable as you separate those legs. One more. Good work. Straight leg pulses. Bending the underneath leg up, so your knees in line with your hip. You're in a 90-degree angle with that underneath leg. The top leg is straight. And place your hand in your head. Here we go. Lengthen that top leg. Internal rotation. And pulsing up and down. So your knee and toes are pointing down towards the mat. You're pulsing, keeping your body square and stable. Pull between your hip bones. Lifting up underneath that right-hand side of your body. A little bit of an arch. Pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. And squeeze into that top glute. 10 seconds to go. Remember to breathe, please. Good. Bring it in. Clams. Bending both knees so your toes are back in line with your bottom. And you're opening and closing that top leg. We all know our clams. Let's do it. Here we go. Top hand is on your hip. And let's go opening that top leg. As you open, keep your hips square to the front like two headlights on a car. The tendency is to open the top leg and then show your top hip bone to the ceiling. Keep it square towards me. Good work. 10 seconds to go. Nice. Clams with your leg extension. So you're adding in a leg extension as your knee and toes rotate outwards and hip. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Opening, extending from the knee, toe to toe, knee to knee. Good. Keep the knee lifted. Open it up. And your knee is like a door hinge here. So as you're extending the leg, the knee does not move. You're extending from the knee. Beautiful. Keep going. 10 seconds to go. Good. One more. Single leg frog extension. So you're staying in that external rotated position here. Legs are apart. Let's go. Open up. Pull the toes back towards your shin. And you're lengthening the heel away from the body, drawing the knee back in line with your hip. Nice and slow, lengthen. Good. Keep the knee pointing up, rotating from your waistline. Let's go double time. You're pushing out and in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep going. You've got 8 seconds to go. Double time. Nice work. One more. Beautiful. Frog circles. So same position. You're circling. So we'll alternate. We're doing 15 seconds forward, 15 seconds back. Circling your femur, your thigh bone, outwards and inwards through your hip socket. Let's go rolling on in. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Nice. Circling. Keep your knee and toes pointed up to the ceiling. And the rotation comes from your hip, not your knee. Circling backwards. Let's go. Reverse the circle. Good. The tendency here is to circle back from the knee. So your knee is fused, you're circling from the hip. Good. One more. And bring it down. Punch that butt. Seated leg stretch. So take away one of your resistance bands and you're bringing this resistance band over the arch of one foot. Underhand grip with the hands. And let's go rolling on down. Press your toes back towards your head and pull on the strap. So you're feeling a nice stretch through the back of that leg. Rolling on down and extend the underneath leg. So we're reaching forward, hooking your elbow into the resistance band. So we're hooking it in and opening the leg to the outside, reaching the fingertips overhead, feeling a nice stretch through your inner thighs. Slowing down your breath and across the body, switch sides. You're hooking the opposite wrist in. I like to do a bit of a twist and then press down. Feeling a nice stretch to the side of that leg. Nice and straight. And then kick the body up to stand up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall, sorry. Other side, here we go. Big breath in, underhand grip with your hands over the arch of the foot, rolling on down. Pull the strap overhead and return. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of that leg. Always drawing the toes overhead. Extend the underneath leg so we're nice and straight and long. Still stretching through the back of that leg and then hook in the same arm as leg the elbow is in. Nice. Opening to the outside. Keep your opposite hip on the mat. Nice, beautiful stretch of your inner thighs. And then we're bringing the leg back up to the ceiling and across the body, hooking in the wrist. Wrap it around and enjoy the stretch to the outside of the leg. Pulling your toes up towards your shoulder and bring everything back to the center. Let's go. Push through the strap to roll the body on up. Pull the leg up. And that is you done. Well done.